it's Kristin. It's time for some August favorites. So just very quickly before I jump into it, I just want to say that I'm going to be doing a little bit of traveling over the long weekend. So if I am delayed in getting back to comments, that is why. I will get back to them as quickly as I can. So I appreciate your understanding in that in advance. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. I don't have any eyeshadow favorites this month. I'm not really sure why, but I don't. So I just want to talk about a couple of things that I do have for eyes. One thing I have mentioned before, and I don't know, I just really wanted to mention it again because I really use this almost every single day, and this would last forever, I'm telling you. So this is the NYX, no, not NYX, nope, Nude Sticks Eye Pencil in Shimmer. So it has the eye pencil on one end and it has the sponge on the other end. And I have washed this sponge, you know, like sanitized it a couple of times now, and it has held up really well. So I just wanted to give that a quick mention. I mean, it's a minor thing, but hey, it's a good quality little sponge tip thing. So this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna really kind of put it on here a bunch, so hopefully you can see. That's what it looks like. But you need just the tiniest little bit of this, and I go underneath my eyebrow. So let me look so I don't poke myself in the eye. Right up here. And I just kind of dot it a little bit, and I either blend it with my finger or I turn around and I blend it with the sponge, and it just really lifts my eye, as you guys know that what a highlight will do. And it stays all day. It always looks natural. It doesn't ever look like shimmer. I really like it. So I wanted to mention it again because I really do wear it every single day. Okay, so also for the eyes, and this is kind of an update as well. This is the Sephora Queen of the Nile, what is it actually? It's called the Contour Inner Rim Gel Eyeliner Waterproof. You guys, this is as close as I have ever found to the Marc Jacobs, and much, much less expensive. It does not last quite as long as the Marc Jacobs, but I would say okay, so let me back up just 1 second. It lasts just as long on my upper waterline. Does not transfer down at all. Doesn't transfer into the inner corner. Works perfectly. And then on the lower waterline, where as you guys know, that's where I think most of us worry about longevity with like a black eyeliner or any eyeliner really in our lower waterline. And this one lasts, I'm going to say probably about 7 hours before I start to see it wear off. And for me, it will wear off on really, more towards the inner of my lower waterline. And the Marc Jacobs lasts more towards 10 hours for me. So, but this is really close. This is the closest I have ever found. I really, really like this, and I'm so glad that I just decided on a whim to pick it up. So there's that. I have a mascara thing this time, and you guys know I don't normally rave about a particular mascara unless it really blows me away. And this isn't necessarily about one or the other. It is, however, about the combination of them. So, and you will see me do a full review on these in my Mascara Madness at the end of the quarter. But this is the Neutrogena Healthy Volume. And then this is the Max Factor Masterpiece Max High Volume Plus Definition Mascara. So this is the one that's out in Walgreens right now. And has a plastic wand, which I don't generally appreciate. But what I have loved, and I'm going to show you the wand on the Neutrogena. It's kind of big and chunky. There they are together. Great. There they are together to give you guys a rough idea. Smacked myself in the hand with that. So I have been using the Neutrogena first to build up some volume, and then I've been using the Max Factor to really separate and sort of show the length. I have a pretty good length. I don't feel like it adds any length, and it's, interestingly enough, it says high volume. I don't think it really adds that much volume, but it does give a nice definition to your said that funny, definition to your lashes, and neither one of them transfers. So I really like this sort of mascara cocktail, and more about each individual mascara will come at the, as I said, at the end of the quarter. All right, let's move on to cheeks. I only have one blush that I have worn multiple times this month that I can think of. I mean, aside from Cargo Tonga or the Tom Ford Frantic Pink, which were in my use it up for this year. And so the one that I've worn the most is the Milani Luminoso. I don't remember who, but somebody had mentioned it in a video, and I was like, you know what? I haven't worn that in forever. And so I pulled it out, and I've been using, I don't even know how many times I used it this month. Probably at least 10 times, and that's what I have on my cheeks today. Probably not what I would have worn with this eye look, but all of a sudden I was like, oh crud, Kristin, you're filming your favorites today. You have to, you know, I try to make sure I wear some of the products that are in my favorites. So anyway, Milani Luminoso, still available, still one of my favorites. It gives, I have an added glow, which I'll talk about here in the very next product, but it's just such a really pretty blush. I know we've all heard it talked about a million times. All right. So I feel badly because some of the products I have to talk about here are quite on the higher end side. I usually have a pretty good mix, but what can I say? I brought this up in a rehaul recently and realized that I had never had it in a favorites and it deserved to be in a favorites. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, and I have the one in Fair Medium. This is really nice. I've heard so many people talk about this, and I purchased it when I was in New York City in April, and I've used it so much since then. I'll try to swatch it, although I'm not really sure what, you know, you can't really see. What I like about it, especially for me and my fairer skin, you can see right there, is that it just adds just a little bit of definition. I'm not trying to like Instagram chisel out my cheekbones here. I mean, let's be real. I'm just trying to give a little more definition, and then the highlight is just this lovely, subtle, not in your face, good for everyday sort of highlight, at least for me, good for everyday for me. And so that's where you're getting most of the sheen. I'm checking in the viewfinder to make sure you can see the sheen I'm talking about. So I really like that. And actually I have other Charlotte Tilbury products in this favorites as well. So by now you've seen I showed how I use this powder in my Chanel Get Ready With Me video. I also have done a review on it, which is going live today actually as I film this. I think, is this the 30th or is it the 29th? I don't know. It's the very end of August, but you're gonna see this in a few days. So this is the by Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. This stuff, you guys, please go watch that review if you hadn't. It was sent to me by Octoly, through Octoly by Terry. It's really difficult to say, but it has no effect because you can do any sort of review. I mentioned in that video, you can do a positive or negative, it doesn't matter as long as you review the product. This stuff is so good. In the review video, I talked about a couple of brushes that you could use with it. It just, I can't explain. It's just one of those things. There's nothing I can show you with the powder really, but I'm putting some of it on my hand. I can't explain what this does as far as the blurring and the making. I just put a tiny bit, I'm not sure, on this hand. If you can see, probably not. Hopefully you could see in that video. It's just one of those things. Everybody talks about this powder and that powder. Lots of powders that are supposed to be all magic. And I never really understood the magic. Like the Guerlain Meteorites. I never saw any magic. With this powder, I see magic. I know it's expensive, but I see magic. All right, I have a favorite lip combo. I have some favorite hair product and some fails, actually, believe it or not. So we'll do the fails and then I'll do my favorite. I have a couple of random favorites at the end. All right, so I purchased this lip combo that I'm wearing today, I want to say in May. And I really have worn it so much. I haven't in the past, loved a nude lip on me, but something about this particular lip combo, and it wasn't like I was like, oh, I think I'm going to take that lip liner and that lipstick and that lip gloss and it's going to make this perfect. It was on somebody's lips when I was at Nordstrom. And the friend I was with said to her, what is on your lips? And she told me, and I bought all three things. So they're all Charlotte Tilbury, because that's where she was working. And this lip liner is in Iconic Nude, which is right there. And I'm sure I should see if I can try to find dupes for this and report back on that. The lipstick is in Penelope Pink, which is right there. And the lip gloss is in Seduction. And it is right there. It's just such a pretty, sometimes it leans pink, sometimes it leans peach, sometimes it's just nude. I don't know. I really like it. And like I said, it's the first sort of nude combo that I have just really, really loved on me, no matter what I sort of pair it with. So, all right, I have a hair favorite, and I've been using this for a very long time, since I got my hair cut. And that was, I think, about 4 months ago now, if I remember correctly. And I know that I owe you guys a video on what products I'm using now in my hair. I just really wanted to kind of try all the different things that I had purchased and come to a concise, this is what I like for my hair. And it's not all that different from what it was before, but I'll do a video on that. So this is the Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray. There is still more than half in here. So while this is super expensive, like crazy expensive, and by the way, this was a gift to me from my friend Bonnie. I had bought one, I think a Garnier one, that I like, and I'll talk about that in the hair video, but this is totally worth the hype. I'm not sure where I'm leaning. To let this have the spotlight here, it's totally worth the hype, and the smell is really, really good. So what I do is, I get my hair all, blown out with a round brush, and I use this when my hair is like this. And then I will put some of it in there. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to show you. So I'm trying not to, that's why I don't do hair videos. It just adds a little bit more texture and has a little bit of hold. So it makes it not look so much like a helmet. Sometimes when I round brush my hair, if I get too out of control with the hairspray and the round brush, then it just looks like a helmet. Can you see how that added volume to versus on this side? Let's match. Right, now we match. So and the smell is really, really good. So much so that I actually purchased a shampoo and conditioner to kind of see how I liked that. But anyway, really like that. All right, I have a couple of fails and then we'll do my random favorites. The first fail is the Max Factor in Simply Nude, number 725. So this was in the same display as that mascara. There were 2 lipsticks, a mascara, and I think a liquid eyeliner. So this is what it looks like. It has the plastic smell, and it looks like it would be fine there, but on your lips, it is patchy as all get out. No matter what I did, I couldn't get it to look decent. If I put a whole lip, if I would line my lips with a whole lip liner and then put it over the top of that, the lip liner would kind of save the lipstick, but I would say skip these. And this was like $11, so I would say skip that. Totally not worth it. I wanted to mention this. This is the Osea Atmosphere Protection Cream. I think this came in a beauty box. And I started to use this, I think I've mentioned, I'm trying to use up, any sort of other skincare that comes into my collection right away. And it says that it is a lightweight daily moisturizer, and it is really, really, really lightweight. So I have a couple of more oily skin friends that I'm going to share this with. But not only did it not moisturize enough for me, it smells really, it's kind of like Aveda on medicine. I don't know, I did not like it at all. I'm curious if anybody that got this liked this. And I would just be curious, let me know. Because it could, like I said, just be my skin. And then the last fail for me is the Arbonne Makeup Primer. I had this in my Use It Up, and I'm not going to use it up. I'm going to pass it along to a friend that maybe would want to try it. I have just determined I do not like a full silicone-based primer. Like the Smashbox one, I don't like that either. I want to show you what it looks like. So it's definitely that sort of silicone-y. It feels fine on the skin, but it just doesn't work well with any foundations really that I own. I talked about that a little bit, I think, in my L'Oreal foundation review that is not up yet, but will be up next week. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I'm going to pass that along to somebody who might enjoy it. All right, so a couple of random faves. One is the coffee thing, of course, and one is the TV thing. Well, it was on TV. So the coffee thing is the Green Mountain Cinnamon Sugar Cookie. So Karen from the 2 Orchids mentioned this, and cinnamon really, for me and in my family, is like a 5th food group. I just love anything with cinnamon in it. And so I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond, and it is really good. You can really get the cinnamon in it, but it's not like over the top. It's just a nice cinnamon flavor. I really like this. So I wanted to give that a little bit of a mention. I don't know if this is permanent or if this is limited edition. I really don't know. All right. So TV. And this is not really TV. It's more of Amazon Prime is where I've been watching it. And I know that I am really late to the game, and some of you are going to be like, for real, you even bothered with that? And some of you are going to be like, I know. So Downton Abbey. I have watched it from beginning to end in the past month. Maybe, I don't really know. It might have taken me 5 weeks. I can't remember exactly when I started it, but it was so good. The writing on that show is phenomenal. So Downton Abbey, if you're not familiar, is set back. It starts in 1912, and I think it takes through 1925. And it's talking about the kind of the Edwardian lifestyle and like English aristocrats, in case you're not familiar. And you know, how they lived and how, so it's 1912 when the Titanic sank. That's when it kind of starts, and then it kind of takes you through, you know, a real changing of an era, and when the war happened and that sort. I won't go on and on because I have a beauty channel. However, I really, really liked it. Not only the writing and the costumes and the setting, and not only all of that, but also the music just really spoke to me. And I loved how there definitely was certain music for certain characters, and when, you know, things happen and there was so much written into the music, and I just really liked it. So if you think that would interest you at all, I was able to watch, I have Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, it's available. All of the 6 seasons are on Amazon Prime. So it was really good. It was really, really good. And it was something that I wish on the one hand, I wish that I had watched it when everybody else was watching it. But on the other hand, it was kind of like I was just sort of doing my own thing and watching and being able to watch one right after another. If I had to wait, I think some of those, you know, between seasons, I think some of those things would have been so hard. So there you go. I mean, I go from The Walking Dead to Downton Abbey. What can I tell you? So I think that I have told you everything that's on my face except for my eyes, and I will tell you that in a minute. And I just want to mention, I try to always mention it, I always get lots of questions when I wear these earrings. These earrings are very, very old, from Jewelmint, like right when it very first came out. So I don't have any way to link them for you or anything, but I just want to mention that. And on my eyes today, I have the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze on, you know, as a base. And then over the top of that, I have Anastasia's Pink Champagne. I have a little bit of MAC Haux in the crease. Nope, that's over here. Just a little bit of MAC Shroom on the inner corner, and then some Handwritten, which is right here on the outer corner and pulled in. And I think I've told you everything else. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and in everything that you do, be beautiful. Bye.